Hey everybody, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Fire Red with only one Whismur was hard, but pretty interesting. Let's follow up with a highly requested challenge. Today's the day that we figure out, would I be able to beat Pokemon Red with a team of only one Cubone? So I know you guys all picked this because of our amazing Cubone victory over Mewtwo in our Pokemon Stadium Let's Play here on the channel, but let's go over how good Cubone actually is. Our stats aren't the lowest we've used, although they're far from great. Being slow is always going to be a problem, but at least we have decent defense. In red, he starts with Growl and Bone Club, but in yellow, he only gets an attack at level 10, so it's a good thing we're playing red. Anyway, by level up, most of his moves suck. Boomerang isn't bad, but I'll have Dig by then. By TM, he learns some surprising moves like Ice Beam and Bubble Beam. Weird, but I won't complain about having more type coverage. Also, in Gen 1, Dig has the same power as Earthquake, so we will for sure want to learn that early. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through the challenge, so all this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. My guess is that I can win, but I need to be a pretty high level to not get outsped and taken down that way. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Cubone. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Squirtle with Cubone so that we can do the whole run with it. I picked it to replace Squirtle so that our rival would have Bulbasaur, probably the hardest for us to fight. I name him Kratos, that's Shadow Snake Plays suggestions on the Mewtwo video. He had the most likes on his comment, so I figured that that's the closest I could get to a poll without spoiling that I'm doing this run. For the first time in a while, I had to grind outside of the forest. It's because we only have ground attacks and Bug resists ground. Oh, fun fact, you see how it says super effective when I was hitting Weedle, even though it should just be neutral? Gen 1 glitch, if two types cancel each other's type effectiveness out on an attack, it'll just say whatever the second type's effectiveness would have been on its own. The damage it deals is correct, but the text itself is just a glitch. Anyway, at level 11, I get to Brock. We club down his team pretty easily, although I'm pretty surprised to see that I even took this much damage. After that is Mount Moon, and I spend some time trying to grind. See, we only have Bone Club to attack with until I learn Trash at level 38. I think I meant to write down Thrash. And since Bone Club is a ground move, we can't even hit our rival's first Pokemon in the next fight. That means we're gonna need to use a TM to get past it, and the only things we can learn this early are Bide and Water Gun. I decide on Water Gun because it's not totally useless, but we still need to be much stronger if this is gonna win us an exchange, so that's what the grind is for. Also, I ended up ditching Mount Moon after I kept running into Zubats that I couldn't hit, just to go outside and see a Pidgey I couldn't hit. Yeah, that's the moment that I realized that I really needed Water Gun. Also, on our way through, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone asks anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. On the other side, I try to fight the rival, but we're doing almost nothing with Water Gun, to the point that I actually decide to learn Bide just in case. It does an okay job of dealing some damage on some attempts, but every single time I get hit with Sand Attack so many times that there's no way I'd be able to beat the rest of his team. I'll have to try again in a few levels. At level 22, by using Bide, we finally got this run where not only did we beat Pidgeotto, but we still didn't get hit by Sand Attack. Next is Aber, who can't fight back, but third is Rattata, and we nearly one-shot it. But he's got quick attack, so we didn't last that long. A few tries later, and we finally get this one where we don't get hit by a single Sand Attack, although our health is terrible. Because of us being able to see what we're fighting, though, we pretty easily Bone Club our way through the rest of the fight. After that, and the trainers to the north, I take out the Team Rocket Grunt who stole the dude's Dig TM and then instantly use it on our own Pokemon like an absolute jerk. I then use our new Dig to try and take out Misty's Water Gym, but she just deals too much damage. If we were faster than her or did a little bit more damage though, we'd win. Even at level 30 though, I still can't win this fight. Her Bubble Beam really does tons of damage, and even with our 9 level lead, we're still slower than her. I should fight the rival instead. This time Water Gun and Bide work out pretty well thanks to Pidgeotto critting us, but we do take a Sand Attack so our accuracy is still down. Eradicate was a one-shot with Dig, but Kadabra hit us with Confusion before we could dig. We ended up missing 2 digs in a row, but because he kept wasting time with stuff like Teleport, our third dig took him out. On Ivysaur, we instantly missed Dig, nearly got taken out with Vine Whip, and then one-shot Ivysaur with a second dig. That was way too close. After that, we keep trying to fight Misty, but I just can't beat her yet. The worst part is that we can't use Cut outside of battle until we have her badge, so we can't actually make any progress until we beat her. Finally, at level 33 though, we get incredibly lucky as she uses Water Gun first. We hit Dig to bring her into red health, she used Bubble Beam to only bring us to 3 health, and we finally finished it with another Dig. With that done, we quickly take out the Electric Gym. Dig is a really awesome move in Gen 1, 100 power, 100 accuracy, so I really wasn't worried about this fight. With that done though, we can finally do Rock Tunnel. Nothing eventful here though, we have Water Gun and Dig, so I'm not really worried about rock or ground types. Speaking of, Giovanni was next and his rock and ground types couldn't save him. Easy as usual. Pokemon Tower rival time. It starts lucky with Pidgeotto missing all of his sand attacks, so we took him down easily, but second is Gyarados and one Hydro Pump took us down. Considering all we can hit him with right now is Bide or Water Gun, I'll need a new move. I decide to pick up Double Edge from the Team Rocket hideout. It's not an amazing move, but at least it does a lot of damage. I should have grabbed the Body Slam TM while I was on the SSN, but I forgot until it was too late for that. Even with that though, we still can't deal enough damage to Gyarados. Maybe with a crit, but that's dictated by base speed in Gen 1, and our base speed is just awful. I decide to do the Grass Gym next. Thanks to some incredibly lucky crits though, we ended up sweeping the entire gym. I would have loved that kind of crit luck against the Gyarados. I mean Water Onix. You know what I mean. I try again a few levels later, and we get this super lucky attempt where Water Onix misses his Hydro Pump, so we took him down easily. After that, we just swept the rest of his team with Dig. Oh my god. Also, I'm sure you already know that ground type can hit Ghost, but can we pause for a moment to just wonder why? I can't punch a Ghost, but I can club it with a bone. Now I just really want to see a skeleton beating up a Ghost. It sounds like something that would happen in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I really want to see that now. Anyway, Koga's Poison Gym was next, and we pretty much swept through his whole team until the end when Weezing swept himself by self-destructing when I wasn't even close to fainting. After that was Blaine's Fire Gym. It's easy as usual though, I swept his early Pokemon, then he started making incredible tactical choices, such as using Super Potions when he was at full health, and then using Roar in a trainer fight when Roar didn't do anything in trainer fights in Gen 1. Why does he even have Roar? Anyway, next is the Rocket Takeover Silphco, and would you believe me when I say that we haven't even stepped foot in here, and we've already mopped the floor with Koga and Blaine? Cubone has been surprisingly strong for this chunk of the game. We didn't get far at all against our rival, though. He opens with Pidgeot and Gyarados, 2 flying types. Considering we don't have that much of a level lead anymore, and we're fighting fully evolved Pokemon, I think I'm gonna have to be grinding on trainers in Silphco for quite a long while. Normally, while I'm grinding, I try and plug another channel that I've been watching, or sometimes my own stuff that I'm working on, but today I'm just gonna show you my cat, Rocky, because I got a new camera, and I got a cat recently. You can enjoy more pictures of Rocky on my Twitter and my Instagram, both linked in the description. Anyway, a few levels later, and we got this great start where Pidgeotto only used Whirlwind, so it never hurt us, and Water Onix missed his Hydro Pump, then wasted his second turn by using a regular potion, so we took him out, although my health is at half from Double Edge. Dig one-shot Growlithe, and Alakazam hit a Psybeam, but it didn't crit, so we did take him out with Dig. Last was Venusaur, so I hit Dig, he hung on, I thought I was doomed, then used Leech Seed instead of Razor Leaf, so I just dug again to beat him. I'm not sure I earned that victory. Like usual, the Giovanni fight after this was pretty easy, but Sabrina's Psychic Gym actually gave us some troubles this time. We had a pretty easy time with our whole team until Alakazam, and this is just some Blaine level fighting here. She had about 5 or 6 solid chances to finish me off, and she just kept using Agility for so long that my 35 base speed Cubone managed to land a critical hit to knock her out before she ever decided to use another attacking move. Seriously, if she was any other normal trainer, I probably would have lost that, but she just hates winning, I guess. Finally, last was Giovanni's Ground Gym, and we completely destroyed him as you'd probably expect. Now that we have quite a bit of money though, I start converting it into coins so that we can buy the TM for Ice Beam. Not only will this save us against Lance, but it'll make our rival's Pidgeot a lot easier to deal with in the future. Converting the money to coins in Gen 1 is really slow, by the way. It's a good thing that halfway through I remembered that you can just buy the TM for Ice Beam at the department store in Gen 1, not the Game Corner. That's just the Gen 3 remakes. It's a good thing I remembered that before I ran out of money then. I give the rival fight a try, and our Ice Beam does wonders against Pidgeot. Rhyhorn is still a one-shot with Dig, but Water Onix is strong enough that we can't two-shot him now, so we don't really last long. Isn't it weird that Cubone can't learn Rock Slide, by the way? That just seems like the kind of move he'd be able to learn. A few levels later, and we get this run where Water Onix misses Hydro Pump on his first turn. Then on the second turn, he uses a normal potion again, rather than one-shotting me, so I took him down. Growlithe was a one-shot, and Alakazam tries using Recover when I haven't touched him yet, but then he used Reflect while I was underground, so he could actually take hits. He started wasting my time by healing over and over, but we crit to one-shot him eventually. Finally, Venusaur was out, and we went down in one crit from Razor Leaf. Finally, 3 levels later, and many attempts later, we got to Venusaur after pretty much an identical fight to last time. But we're faster, Ice Beam almost took it out, and he used Vine Whip when he could have just one-shot me with Razor Leaf, so I won. I love how half of Gen 1 fights are me winning early because they fight bad. Let's take another look at our stats before we tackle the Elite Four. Considering we pretty much just made it past our rival with luck last time, I'll need more levels. All it takes is one serious grass, ice, or water move from a single Pokemon that's faster than us, and we'll go down. It's a shame that the first member of the Elite Four uses tons of ice and water moves, or I'd just grind by fighting them. At level 70, our stats are looking a bit more usable, but it probably won't get us the win just yet. I'm willing to try, though. Make your final guesses on if we can win or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. It starts off okay with Dugong since he just went to sleep right away, so I could take him out, but Cloyster wasn't taking a ton of damage from Dig due to his super high defense, and his Aurora Beam actually dropped our attack power. So by the time we took him out, we could hardly hurt Slowbro and quickly got finished off. That was actually much worse than I was expecting. I'm gonna need at least 5 more levels for this fight. I try again at level 75, but it honestly goes almost the exact same way. We lasted longer against Slowbro, but he kept spamming Withdraw to boost his defense. We can't learn any moves that are super effective against Water or Psychic type, so our only chance is to keep leveling up or get Double Team. Maybe I'll consider Double Team if we can't beat this at level 85. At level 80, I try yet again, and we still cannot beat Slowbro. It's crazy that every 5 levels, we can only do slightly more damage. Dig and Bone Meringue are tied with Earthquake as the absolute highest power moves that we can learn after factoring in the same type attack bonus, and it's not strong enough. All I can do is grind more. Finally, at level 85, thanks to really good accuracy luck, neither Cloyster nor Slowbro managed to land a hit on us, so we took them out. Jinx was a one-shot, but then I got to Lapras, we survived Blizzard, just to get frozen solid, and finished off. Okay, Double Team it is then! Finally, on my first attempt with Double Team, I use it twice early on against Dugong, then sweep through most of the team, only taking a little bit of damage here or there from having to use Double Edge to finish things off. Getting stuck on the first Elite Four member is the absolute worst. Second is fighting Trainer Bruno. Pretty much the whole fight was a sweep with Ice Beam, other than the 256 glitch made us miss one on the Hitmonlee, but Bruno was so busy using X items that he couldn't capitalize. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. We pretty much just swept her entire team with Dig since she's loaded with poison types, and again, somehow a Cubone popping out of the ground and basically using Tackle from a lower angle can hit ghosts. So we've established ghosts can be hit from above, below, with bones, and can be thrown, but not slammed. I have no words other than that I used a full restore and an elixir after the battle was over, since items outside of combat are allowed in the rules. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. Right away it starts great with Water Onix missing Hydro Pump, so we took him down with 2 uses of Double Edge, followed by us outspeeding and one-shotting both Dragonairs with Ice Beam. Aerodactyl made us flinch with Bite, then hit Hyper Beam, but we only dropped to half health and we easily took him out in 1 Ice Beam. Last was Dragonite, but since he's double weak to Ice, it was an easy one-shot. We didn't need Double Team on him. Finally, the Pokemon Champion. Pidgeot was nearly a one-shot with Ice Beam, but all he did was a really weak wing attack, so I took him out. Alakazam was smart and started with Reflect, then hit a Psy Beam for a good chunk of damage, but we finished him with Double Edge. Rhydon is when I started building up my double teams because I knew that there was a Water Onix that would be out later and I'd get one-shot by Hydro Pump. So I take the chance while I still have it. By the time we used all 6, we hadn't gotten hit, and Rhydon was just a one-shot with Ice Beam. Water Onix was next, and even with 6 double teams, we still got hit by Hydro Pump, just to survive with only 2 health. And the only reason we would have survived that is because of the extra special from the badge boost glitch. We finished him off fast, That's not exactly how I wanted to survive the fight, but I don't have any control over that. RK9 was a one-shot with Dig, and last was Venusaur, who was a one-shot with Ice Beam, putting us in the Hall of Fame. But wait, it's not over yet. Normally it ends here, but Brackus in the comments section had an amazing idea. This run can't be over until we've beaten Mewtwo himself, like in Pokemon Stadium. It takes quite a while for me to remember my way through Cerulean Cave since it's been a very long time since I went here in Red or Blue, but eventually I stumble into him. It's time for the final battle. Right away he tries Recover for no reason, so I hit Dig for half his health. Then he healed because he can, so I just dig again. He nailed us with Psychic for over half of our health and damage, and a special drop. Then he hit us underground with Swift, something that was possible in Gen 1. He didn't heal that time though, so when we came up, we took him out. If he was smart, he would have spammed Barrier and Recover. If he did that, we wouldn't have stood a chance. Well, that's not how I expected it to go. I really didn't think I'd need Double Team for Lorelei, but I'm happy that most of the rest of the Elite Four went pretty smoothly. I really hope that you guys like that run. I'm very pumped for next week's Pokemon Challenge because we are finally doing another no new moves run, and I had a blast with the last one. Especially with my extra hard rules, where it's literally no new moves other than HMs for outside of battle. Did your Squirtle learn Water Gun is his third move? You're not allowed to use it. Those are my rules. My rules are extra hard on that. It's more fun that way. You have to get more creative with your team. Anyway, as always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments and in the Pokemon Challenge section of my Discord channel, as well as on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. If you want to see me do more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter. I can always use more ideas from you guys on what I should do next. Also, check out the playlist in the description if you want to see all the Pokemon challenges that I've already uploaded. If you guys want to see more Pokemon stuff from me, my friend Whatageek and I just finished a Gen 1 randomizer over on his channel, linked in the description. You can also watch myself, Whatageek, and Gooset playing Pokemon Stadium here on my channel. Also, come to my Twitch TV streams and tell me that this video sent you. It's always cool to hear how you found the channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.